Hello and welcome to the FIM Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup, a championship brought into you by Dorna as a feeder series on the road to MotoGP. The fourth edition of the championship here in 2017 sees us coming into the final day with any one of 6 riders that could be crowned champion for 2017, looking to follow in the footsteps of previous winners Kaito Toba, Ayumi Sasaki and Somki Chantra. We are here at the Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia as we look through the previous rounds on screen throughout this season. Who will end up on top here today in Malaysia and be crowned the Asia Talent Cup champion for 2017? Well, stay with us and you're about to find out. A very good morning to you and welcome to the Sepang International Circuit here in Malaysia, just round the corner from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. It's a beautiful morning here, 30-degree air temperature, not quite as warm as it was for these guys when they went out for their race yesterday, track temperature at 34. So slightly different conditions here for the Asia Talent Cup. It's the final day of the season and it's all to play for. From a neutral perspective, it couldn't be set up any better. Denitson Chu sitting on top of the championship on 143 points, but 6 riders split by just 21 points with 25 available. In years gone by, the final day of the championship has been pretty spicy, particularly last year when Somki Chantra out of nowhere somehow managed to pull off the victory under the most extreme circumstances. The Thai rider that day was victorious. Who will be today? Same grid lineup as yesterday. We'll go down onto the grid in a second to show you who has qualified where. An 11-lap race for these youngsters coming up in just a few moments on a day where the Grand Prix of Malaysia takes place. And of course, there are just 2 rounds left in the MotoGP World Championship. Well, they'll get to enjoy that race later, but first business. Azroy Anwar, Malaysian rider, looking to try and pull off something sensational. He's on pole position for his home race here, but he's got a bit of work to do. He is 17 points behind overall. He would have to win here today, you feel, and hope for other results to go his way. Yuki Kuni here, second on the grid, 4th in the championship. Likewise, he's also 17 points down on Denitson Chu. He would need a big turnaround in results, perhaps paying for a fall that he suffered over in Motegi just a couple of weeks ago. The pressure, though, firmly on the shoulders of young Denitson Chu, 3rd on the grid. Number 7, his father holds his umbrella up there for him. Never a day where he will have felt butterflies like this before. He looked absolutely gutted at the end of race 1 yesterday. He finished in 7th place, which was his worst finish of the season, but he comes here with an 8-point advantage over Noguchi, and provided he plays his cards right here today, he could end up being an Asia Talent Cup champion. And we all know that that really does lead you on to great success in the future. Now, here is his twin brother, Chanon Chu, number 3. Absolutely decimated the field yesterday, like he did a few months ago when they came to the Sepang International Circuit as part of the Asia Road Race Championship. 3 wins out of 3 here in Malaysia. Chanon Chu, with that win, has just, by the skin of his teeth, hanging on to his sort of faint hopes of becoming a champion. He might well be able to finish in the top 3 overall, but he is 21 points down. He would need to win, as he did yesterday, and hope that 1 or 2 other riders really have a terrible day at the office. 5th on the grid here for Ryusei Yamanaka. Definitely in with a shout here today. 10 points down overall, the number 12. Number 9 on the grid is Noguchi. Haruki Noguchi, the 16-year-old. His first year in the Asia Talent Cup. He's done a remarkable job. Second overall, but unfortunately for him, a bit of a bad day at the office over in his home race in Motegi. A crash in race 1, a fourth in race 2. He needs to hope that he beats this young man, Dennis Onchu, here today, and then that Dennis finishes a few places further back as well. Further back on the grid here is Koji Hirama, another 16-year-old Japanese rider. Never been in the championship before this year. 9th overall in the series. He can't really feature in terms of moving himself any higher than that. 9th is probably the best case scenario for Hirama, who will be, of course, looking forward to next year. Joey Salim, keep an eye out for him, especially in the latter stages of the race. The Indonesian-born rider is 7th in the championship, the most experienced in the field. He's been in the top 6 of a championship the last couple of seasons. The best he can hope for this year, unfortunately, is 7th. But yesterday, he looked brilliant. Came through late on to take 2nd place in the race. Number 13 is Lucky Hendriansyah from Indonesia, currently 10th in the championship, joint on points with Koji Hirama. This is Lucky's 2nd year in the championship. And then number 6 is Irfan Ardinsyah, another Indonesian rider out there, currently 16th in the championship, his first season here. But at 20, I'm not sure if he will be permitted an entry for next year's Asia Talent Cup. We'll have to wait and see. Previous champions, as I mentioned before, Kaito Toba went on to race in Red Bull Rookies and competed very well for that as well. Now races in the Moto3 World Championship. Ayumi Sasaki, well, we all know the story there. Asia Talent Cup champion, Red Bull Rookie champion, rides for the Sepang International Circuit team here in Grand Prix racing in Moto3. And last year's winner, Somkat Chantra, has been trying his stuff out in the FIM Moto3 Junior World Championship. Who will get their name etched onto that trophy? It's a championship that is, over the last 3 seasons, really come of light. People are starting to understand the benefits and the importance of this. We had such a dominant spell from riders in the Asia-Pacific region back in the 80s and 90s, and then there was a long spell where hardly any at all appeared. Now all of a sudden we have riders floating into the World Championship, and it's courtesy of this championship. There's no doubt about it. You win this, you're going places. We're just about ready for the warm-up lap here. 11 laps coming up. My name's Steve Day, and away we go for the warm-up lap. 18 riders are on the grid here. We started the year off with a lot more than that, but there's been injuries, replacement riders. One of the replacement riders this year, well worth an eye on, number 21, Genki Nakajima. He missed 3 races at the start of this season, but is still 8th overall in the championship. And I think that the number 21 is a rider we'll be talking about a fair bit in 2018. Sepang International Circuit here then. Well, it's the 19th running today of the Malaysian Grand Prix since the MotoGP paddock first came here in 1999. And it's a well-used circuit for the Asia Talent Cup as well. Since the very first year, we've been running races here in conjunction with the MotoGP World Championship. They get to go and see all of their heroes around the circuit, and there's plenty at stake here today. 21 points then, covering 6 riders. Similar sort of position as to what we were in last year, where I think it was 4 riders that could win the championship on that day, but it was such a dramatic race with rain as well thrown in. Now, we were expecting a drop or 2 of rain coming in today. At the moment, the forecast is saying maybe some at 11 o'clock. This race will be done by then. So for these guys now, considering it's dry, it's sunny, it's a lovely day here in Malaysia, we'll be hoping that it stays put. Confirmation of the championship standings on the right of your screen there as we ride with the championship leader, Dennis Onchu. 143 points for him. He's 8 adrift of Noguchi. Now, the only downside for Dennis Onchu is that he has been on the podium a few times recently, but he's not won a race since the opening round of the season when the Asia Talent Cup Championship went to the Chang International Circuit to join the World Superbike field. This is a crucial part of the circuit here in this 5.5 kilometre layout. The back straight that leads you into turn 15, slipstream crucial. But if you want to look at who might be winning this race, I have to say that if Chan On-Chu, number 3, with the long hair just flowing out of that Arai helmet there around turn 15, if he does what he did yesterday, he will be checking out after about a lap or two and probably won't be seen again. His pace is so much better than everyone else's. Haruki Noguchi then. What an effort it would be for him, the 16-year-old, if he were, in his first season in Asia Talent Cup, able to pick up a victory here. Former champions watching on: Kaito Toba, Ayumi Sasaki, Sonket Chantra, Red Bull rookie champion from this year, who used to be in Asia Talent Cup, Kazuki Masaki, will be having an interest in what plays out here as well. 11 laps coming up, all of them identical machines. Honda NSF 250Rs. Who will get the advantage here today? Will Chan On-Chu play a big part in actually helping his brother pick up the title? We're about to find out. Green flag waves at the back, the lights go out, and away we go. It's a great start there, actually, from pole position on Azroy Anwar. Then it's On-Chu just on the left of your screen, number 7, but keep an eye out for number 3. He'll be flying through, trying to take the lead, and he is already up into 3rd, now pulling up into 2nd. The On-Chu twins might just be 1st and 2nd coming into turn 1. It was a bit close there. On-Chu struggling to get it stopped. Then it's On-Chu it is that just about has the whole shot, as he did yesterday, around turn 1. Flick it left into turn 2. Can get a bit messy here. Tight downhill left-hander. Then onto this brilliant turn 3. Climbing uphill now towards turn number 4. Ryusei Yamanaka with work to do in the early stages. The number 12, 3rd in the championship, just a bit further back than he'd like to be. Then it's On-Chu it is that leads from Azroy Anwar. Then Chan On-Chu. Number 9 in 4th. There is Haruki Noguchi. Yesterday's race winner, Chan On-Chu, then looking for a decent result. The podium was On-Chu, number 3, Salim, number 4, and Yuki Kuni, number 5. 3, 4, 5. They were your podium guys yesterday. How will it pan out today? If the results were exactly the same as yesterday, then it's On-Chu would be crowned champion. Haruki Noguchi, though, we're on board with, and he knows he has to find the podium here today, realistically, to be crowned champion, unless, of course, Dennis On-Chu was to have a hiccup or two. Around turn 7 and 8 they go, and now heading towards turn number 9. A tight left-hand hairpin, and up goes Chan On-Chu then ahead of his brother. Dennis On-Chu also just nudged slightly wide there and moved back down to 3rd place. This is almost a carbon copy of what happened yesterday. Chan On-Chu will be very difficult to hold on to now, but Azroy Anwar in 2nd is going to do all he can to put that right. Around the brilliant turns 12 and 13 here, left-hander, then change direction, over onto the right, pick your line, then roll off that throttle. 1 or 2 riders just exceeding track limits there. Into turn 14 we go, and onto the back straight. The nerves must be jangling for Dennis On-Chu here today. He looked inconsolable yesterday with his result, but I think once he got into pit lane he realised that it actually didn't work out too bad for him, because his nearest contenders didn't really pick up the points that they wanted. There's been a change there because number 7, Dennis On-Chu, has gone back past Azroy Anwar, as that's an audacious move there from Koji Hirama. Number 8 on number 9, Haruki Noguchi. So Noguchi's just fallen back a place or 2. Yuki Kuni's up there, as he always tends to be, the 14-year-old Yuki Kuni, with plenty of life left in him over the next couple of years. Look out for Kuni. He is coming. He is a very, very accomplished young rider. Azroy Anwar then goes back up into 2nd ahead of Dennis On-Chu. They're going to struggle now to hang on to the coattails of Chan On-Chu out front. Number 3 looking for his 4th win of 4 in Sepang and for the Asia Talent Cup this year. On-Chu twins 3rd and 4th in the Red Bull Rookie Championship this year, just in case you hadn't been watching that one. Azroy Anwar, number 20 there in 2nd, who could still win the championship today, hasn't actually won a race this year. Dropping down into turn number 5 we go then. Koji Hirama with a tight line going into that one. Chan On-Chu still leading it. There is number 9, Haruki Noguchi, 2nd in the championship, 8 points behind Dennis On-Chu. Ryusei Yamanaka now just starting to get into the frame of this as well. Number 12. This road to MotoGP, so important to try and finish this championship well in the top 3 ideally. And for Denitson Chu, he'll be looking to win it, although Denitson Chu there has just been picked off by Yuki Kuni, the Japanese rider. The 14-year-old then moves up into third, pushing Denitson Chu back. Yesterday what we saw was that number 3, Chanon Chu, cleared off, and then there was about a 5 or 6 bike battle for second and third place, and that's pretty much what seems to be developing here. The same names are up there. Jerry Salim is up there again, number 4, a steady starter in races, as Noguchi here makes a move on Denitson Chu. Well, he knows he has to finish ahead of him. Neatly done there from Noguchi. He moves ahead as Denitson Chu, who's just been pushed back now to 5th place. There's a crash in the background. A rider has gone down on the exit of turn number 14. He's up and okay. He's actually going to try and restart, I think, but we'll get confirmation on who that was for you in just a moment. Around the final corner we go, and onto the home straight. Chanon Chu, without doubt, is going to set the fastest lap of the race so far. He's got over a second advantage already, and it's a 2:18.2. It's a good half a second better than Anwar in second place, number 20. Denitson Chu is the rider that everyone will be keeping an eye on. Hamdan it is that's crashed. We've just got confirmation on that. Haziq Hamdan from Malaysia, the 17-year-old. And that is it. Curtains for his race. Such a shame on home turf as well, but not been able to get the bike going again. He shakes his head. The entry to the Asia Talent Cup hub, if you like, is actually just on that back straight, so he hasn't got far to park the bike up. But disappointment then for Haziq Hamdan, who was 18th in the championship, looking to try and pick up a point here, having just missed out yesterday. There is Denitson Chu just behind this young man, number 9, Noguchi. As things stand, Denitson Chu would be the champion. As long as he stays with this group throughout the race and in and around those places, he'll be okay. Where he would start to feel a bit worried is if Noguchi was to get up into second place and then he was falling back in and around 5th or 6th, that would be a problem for him. So he's got to try and keep check on this race whilst getting a rhythm going as well. A bit of a shake of the head on the front end there for Denitson Chu, number 7. Twitchy rider on the bike, as I said yesterday, and there's a change there for number 9. Noguchi now starting to make some moves. He would have woken up this morning knowing exactly what mindset to have. He knows that Chanon Chu has got the outright pace, and so second place is probably the best that he can hope for. We're on board here with Denitson Chu. The championship leader currently down in 6th place. Noguchi in 3rd, so with Noguchi 3rd and Denitson Chu 6th, Denitson Chu would still be crowned champion, but there's a long way to go here in Malaysia as yet. When they come round, there will be 8 laps remaining here at the Sepang International Circuit. Onto the home straight we go. These 3 just starting to peel away now, and that's not good news for Denitson Chu. He won't want to let these out of his sight as Chanon Chu, the race leader, sets another fastest lap. Denitson Chu, number 7, just in 5th place there, and won't want to lose track of these guys ahead of him. Anwar, Kuni and Noguchi, especially given the fact that Noguchi is there with him. Now, Ryosei Yamanaka is just behind Denitson Chu, number 12. He also plays a big part in this. He's only 10 points down himself, so he'll want to get past Denitson Chu sharpish. Around turn 3 we go, and the climb up towards turn number 4. Chanon Chu, his lead now is up to 2.3 seconds. He was on rails yesterday. Anwar then goes back up into second place ahead of Noguchi. Noguchi immediately fighting back, although that's the outside line into turn 5, not the optimum line. Yuki Kuni still there in 4th place. When there's 6 riders that can still win a championship, you know what every one of their mindsets is. Denitson Chu, I'm sure, along with his twin brother and his father, would have worked out exactly what needs to be done here today. And if Chanon Chu wins it, it takes a big chunk of points away from anybody else. And so it means that second at best for the likes of Noguchi, who has actually just moved up to second. But I'm sure that Denitson Chu is aware that if this is the situation, that he would have to finish inside the top 4 to get this job done and prevent Noguchi from winning this championship. So Denitson Chu trying to get back on terms. He's lost a place again to Yamanaka. So number 12 has gone ahead of Denitson-Chu. Noguchi there trying to find a way past Anwar. Noguchi third then, Denitson-Chu in sixth. It's 16 points for third, it's 10 points for sixth. So that would be 6 points gained from Noguchi, which would be 2 points in it at the end of the championship if it were to stay that way. Riding now with your championship leader. He's been so consistent this year, Denitson-Chu, and that is by and large what has got him into this position. Anwar's made a mistake. Azroy Anwar's made a big mistake. He's fallen back a few places, and so Noguchi and Kuni now across the line are battling away, and Kuni has lost out, and Yamanaka's coming through as well. I don't know why Noguchi's telling them all to stay behind him. They all have a championship to win, so they're not really going to play out. And Anwar there again managing to find his way back through despite a mistake at the final turn. There are 7 laps to go here. Anwar needs to finish in second and needs 2 or 3 of these riders behind him to have a tumble if he's to have any chance himself of winning this championship. The lead at the front now up to 3 seconds for Chanon-Chu. Riding within himself, really. He's capable of 2:17s around this place. That's what he did earlier on in the season. He's lapping in the low 2:18s, which is plenty enough to cruise home to victory. And that would be 25 points for him. But with him being 21 down overall, he would need a mass pile-up behind him to have any faint hope of picking up a championship. Yuki Kuni's fallen behind Denitson-Chu now, so Denitson-Chu back up into 5th. It's more like it from the Turkish rider. Previous champions of this, 2 of them from Japan, 1 from Thailand. And there you see, that's how it would stand at the end of the season if things stayed the way they are. It would be 7 points between 4 riders. Incredible, really. And Chanon-Chu would only be 7 behind. He said yesterday that he would rue the mistakes that he made over in Japan, and I think that will come to haunt him. He's done well to try and put that to the back of his mind, in fairness, Chanon-Chu, and come here and be so dominant again. But even just the 1 finish from Japan would have put him in a much better position to actually fight for this himself. And hey, if he had picked up just a solid haul of points in Japan, I think this one would be over already, because Chanon-Chu doesn't look like he's set to make any mistakes anytime soon. You're looking at the battle for second then. They're all weaving, trying to find slipstream and a line through to turn 15. The inside line there for number 9. Noguchi. Yuki Kuni further back. Yamanaka is up there with them now. Number 12. Number 20 is Azroy Anwar, looking for a podium here in his homeland. And Denitson-Chu again, as they go across the line. He's 8/10 behind this pack, fighting for second, third and fourth. He's got to close that down. Really got to close that down. As it stands at the moment, with Noguchi in second place, Noguchi would actually steal the championship away from Denitson-Chu rather dramatically by a single point. Now, if they finish level on points, I should point out that Denitson-Chu has got 2 wins to his name from the start of the season, and Haruki Noguchi only the 1. So if they finish level on points, on count back of victories, Denitson-Chu would be champion. So you could almost say that's worth an extra point to Denitson-Chu. Anything could happen here with 5.5 laps to go in this Asia Talent Cup race. Chanon-Chu now has a 3.3 second advantage. Noguchi at the moment just staying there in second place, and that ramps up the pressure on Denitson-Chu, who's just struggling a bit. Further back, he's fallen down to 6th now. Hirama, number 8, Koji Hirama, I have to say, he's doing a stunning job. Qualified in 7th, he's well up there. His best result of the year is a 4th. He's now up into 5th. He's just got past Denitson-Chu, so an unwanted visitor there for Denitz. Denitz is really just having a bit of trouble here in 6th place. And is that another place he's lost? It is. Yuki Kuni's gone ahead of him now as well. Denitson-Chu has just fallen back to 7th place. Now this is not where he wants to be. There's only 9 points on offer for 7th for Denitson Chu. And Noguchi in second would have 20. But he's just lost second place. And Denitson Chu has just made up another one as well. In general, Denitson Chu, number 7, he just really could do with not seeing number 9 finishing in second place over the line. 5 laps to go here. Still in the low 218s as your race leader, Chanon Chu, home and dry. As I said before, we don't really need to pay too much attention to the race leader, sadly, unless there was something big to happen further behind. Denitson Chu again, just lost a couple of places. And these 3, number 20 Anwar, number 9 Kuni, sorry, number 9 Noguchi, and number 12 Yamanaka are peeling away again. Just in the background there, 21 and number 4 Nakajima and Jerry Salim in 8th and 9th, trying all they can to be a part of this podium battle. That points graphic we saw a moment ago was already history, because Noguchi's back into second place again, so he would take the championship by staying there, but Anwar is a right nuisance to him. He will not allow Noguchi to stay in second for much longer than 3 or 4 corners. And so Anwar is actually Denitson Chu's biggest friend at the moment in this particular race. Further back there, Yuki Kuni, number 5, moving ahead of Hirama. On board now with Denitson Chu. To guarantee this championship with the riders that are in it, he really needs to finish in that top 4. This will not do at the moment. 7th place. Just up ahead of him there is Hirama. So there is Noguchi. Sorry, that was on board with Noguchi. We were looking at Azra Anwar in second place. Anwar then loses second on slipstream up to turn number 15. This is all good news for Denitson Chu in terms of the chopping and changing, but it's just not good news if that number 9 ends up finishing second overall. Onto the start-finish straight we go again. Chanon Chu already crossing the line. Race leader by 4 seconds now. 3 abreast for second. Number 9 on the inside, Noguchi, Anwar, Yamanaka all coming through, but the inside line belongs to Noguchi. Denitson Chu there just trying to fight off Jerry Salim into turn number 1. Yuki Kuni there is now regrouped. He's found some more speed. Kuni, of course, 4th in the championship, and much like Azra Anwar, number 20, both of them would need quite a bit to happen here for them to become champions today. Noguchi still has it though, up into turn number 4. If things were to stay like this and we were to enter the final lap, expect drama and expect movement. I cannot imagine for 1 minute that Denitson Chu and family haven't discussed the mathematics of this. It's very difficult to follow, of course, for some of these young riders because they're in the middle of a race and the last thing they're going to do is get an abacus out. But Denitson Chu will surely know there, number 7, that with Noguchi in the hunt for second place, he cannot be playing around in 6th and 7th. They have all just grouped up together again, though, which is positive for the Turkish rider. Noguchi it is, though, they're still in second, and here are the live championship standings on this lap. Noguchi would be crowned champion as it stands. He would take the championship lead off Denitson Chu and the actual title altogether, and as it stands right now, Chanon Chu, the race leader, would somehow, having been 6th coming into this weekend, get himself in the top 3 overall, just like he did in the Red Bull Rookies. Oh dear. Now, rain flags are out here in Malaysia. Now that is big news. We expected to see rain, but this is important now to make a move. Because if this race gets stopped, bear in mind it's a dry race. If it gets a bit dangerous out there, race direction would call it. They are probably just on the cusp here and of 2/3 distance, which means a race would be declared. They would go back a lap. And so movement has to be made now. This lap completed, is very, very important for Denitson Chu. Across the line we go. Anwar has done Noguchi Denitson Chu a massive favour there, because if this race were to get red flagged and it was to go back to this lap across the line, Denitson Chu would hold on just to his championship. So it's worth now, with rain flags out, just keeping an eye on who crosses the line where. Haruki Noguchi, number 9, has to stay in this second place if he wants to be crowned champion. Denitson Chu has to try and claw back a point or two if he wants it to be any other way. The lead further up is Chanon Chu by 4.6 seconds. Can't see any other rain flags out at this particular section of the circuit, but if there were a red flag now, the race would be declared. That would be it. Done and dusted. Haruki Noguchi, it's going to be so important for him now, with every remaining lap, to try and cross that white line on the Sepang International Circuit start-finish straight ahead of the rest of this field, because Denitson Chu at the moment isn't making any headway. Here's your race leader, Chanon Chu, going into turn number 9, and Denitson Chu is now starting to turn things up. Oh, Denitson Chu has made up 2 or 3 places, and he knows the situation. A clever boy, Denitson Chu is. Couple of rain spots on the lens there, and he's worked it out. He has worked out that he now needs to push. He cannot afford to be any further back, and just by that move, Denitson Chu here might just find himself with a championship in his back pocket. What a brilliant lap this has been from the Turkish rider. He'll have seen the spots of rain on his helmet visor. He loses out on a spot there, but as they make their way onto the back straight, he'll try and get into the slipstream. Impressive stuff from Denitson Chu, using his head. Onto the back straight we go. Denitson Chu a moment ago looked out of it. On the last lap he was down in 6th place, and he was about a second away. Oh, it's all getting a bit tight and twisty there, and Denitson Chu has lost out big time at turn 15. They go up onto the start-finish straight, and this is not good news for Denitson Chu as they cross the line. Noguchi's in second. Denitson Chu has been pushed all the way back, down into 6th place again. So it's all change again in the championship. As it stands right now, Noguchi would be crowned champion. Hell-raising stuff here in the Asia Talent Cup, and again Denitson Chu gets set up and he falls to the back of the pack. Disaster for the Turkish rider. Not working out here. You are going to see an aggressive lap coming up from that number 7. He's now been dumped all the way back into 8th place. Noguchi's already got a bit of air between himself and Hirama, who's having a great race. Here's Chanon Chu. Confirmation then, with 2 laps to go. Noguchi would be crowned champion at this rate. Denitson Chu, number 7, has got to make some big moves here on this lap. And for him right now, he wants the rain to stay away, because he has got work to do, and he's going to need every single sector of this 1.5 laps to try and get the job done, because Haruki Noguchi here could just go on to steal the championship. Unbelievable stuff here. Number 9 then, Noguchi, 2nd place. Denitson Chu, number 7, looking to try and make up some ground into turn number 9. The front end chattering away. And now he's really got to make a move as Denitson Chu, back in 8th. He has got to make a move. He'll need every bit of slipstream now onto the back straight. His twin brother Chanon Chu, home and dry almost, 4.4 seconds his advantage. Denitson Chu falling way back. Haruki Noguchi, if he just holds on to 2nd place, could well take the crown here, but he's been reeled in by Yuki Kuni. Now Yuki Kuni could really spoil things here. Race Control will be keeping an eye on these spots of rain. Down the back straight we go, and there are rain flags there. I just saw that white flag with the red cross on it. And again into turn 15 as well, a foot dangling. This is so crucial now as we go into the final corner here. Number 5, Yuki Kuni, goes up underneath Haruki Noguchi. How crucial could that be as they now make their way onto the start-finish straight and begin the final lap of the race and the final lap of the 2017 FIM Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup. It's all to play for here. Denitson Chu got to put in the lap of his life, number 7. Number 9, Noguchi, who was in second for so much, has opted for the wide line. That's brave. He goes all the way around the outside. That was beautifully done by Noguchi. Sensational stuff from the number 9. Sandwiched out, finds a way to thread his way into second place again. He wants this championship, and as it stands right now, it would be his, courtesy of that superb move into turn number 1. Here's your race leader then, Chan On-Chu. He can't win it like this as it stands. Then it's On-Chu, number 7, getting a bit nervous now, isn't he? In 8th place. He's got to make headway on this final lap. He's got no choice. He cannot simply rely on others to do the work for him. Hirama, who's on the podium for the first time, he desperately wants to find something. And Dennis On-Chu is losing track of these guys. Here he is, number 7, in 8th place. This will not do. The only way this will do for him in 8th place is if Noguchi didn't finish in 2nd and was to maybe be pushed back to 3rd. I think they'd be then level on points. So this could be absolute drama here on this final lap. There is Noguchi into turn 9, a crucial part of this circuit. He just about hangs on to it for now. Hirama, this would be his first podium. He's in 3rd, ahead of Azroy Anwar. Yamanaka there as well. Number 4 is Salim, then it's Cooney, and then it's On-Chu. This is what it looks like right now, with Noguchi in 2nd and On-Chu in 8th. But if Noguchi finished in 3rd, behind Hirama here, who is chasing his tail, then Dennis On-Chu would inherit the championship, but I think they'd be level on points. And here comes a move now. Azroy Anwar having a look around. Oh, trying to hold up 1 or 2 riders. This is crucial. This is for the championship. In 2017, Chan On-Chu is going to win this race. Dennis On-Chu has got to make some moves here. But here comes Koji Hirama. If Noguchi finishes 2nd here, I think the championship might well be his. This is going to be so close. Dennis On-Chu is going for the wide line. Noguchi's got the inside line. Oh, Hirama's all over the place. Noguchi's going to get it. Dennis On-Chu. Oh, there's drama. 1 or 2 riders fall, and Dennis On-Chu has managed to thread his way through as well. The checkered flag goes out. Chan On-Chu wins the race, but I think Dennis On-Chu with that last lap move has won the championship. Noguchi gets 2nd, On-Chu gets 4th, and he's the champion. Dennis On-Chu has done it on that last lap. That last corner did it because of the mistakes ahead of him. He comes across the line in 4th. That gives him 13 points. Noguchi was 7, and he wins the championship by a single point. What amazing drama here in Sepang. It went all the way down to the final corner. Chan On-Chu wins the race, and he actually finishes 3rd overall in the championship. But it is his twin brother that picks up the spoils by finishing 4th and takes it by a single point. Now, has he worked out yet that it's his? He's probably trying to do the maths right now. He might not know unless he looks at a screen somewhere. You'll see his jubilation in a moment, because he doesn't look like he's worked out that he's the champion just yet. I don't think even Noguchi knows what's going on. That is not the body language of a young rider that has just become an Asia Talent Cup champion. But you are, Dennis. You are Turkey's first Asian Talent Cup champion. I wonder if it'll be until he gets... Is he worked it out? Is he just upset and emotional? He's trying to work out the points. Well, there have been some thrills and some spills for Dennis On-Chu this year. But the last 4 races, crucially, he stayed upright. 2 third places in Japan were crucial for his consistency. A 7th yesterday and a 4th today. You don't often see champions being crowned with results like that, but because others have fallen around him, he's done it by a point. Credit to Haruki Noguchi in 2nd. It's his first season in the championship, and I don't think Dennis On-Chu knows. No, he's just got his arms out. He's got no idea just yet. He'll be told, I think, when he comes into pit lane. Here they come then, and there will be celebrations for the On-Chu family because his twin brother Chan has won the race. Now let's see the body language as he's about to find out that he is the champion for 2017. He's looking around. There we go. He's just been told. He's done it. He's just been told, and that is brilliant footage. On board with Denitson Chu. He has become champion, and he's only just found out on entry and arrival into Parc Ferme. Superb scenes here at the Sepang International Circuit, and now there's some celebrating going on. Fair play to his twin brother Chan On-Chu as well. 6th place coming into this weekend. 2 wins out of 2 here in Sepang in fine style, completely and utterly wiping away the opposition. He finishes 3rd overall. He won most races in the championship, but he wasn't consistent enough. Unlike his twin brother, there's going to be a party in the On-Chu household later. Huge celebrations going on here for Denitson Chu. He cannot believe it. There is number 5, Yuki Kuni, in the podium again, but unfortunately for him, not being able to find the top 3 in the championship. There is number 9, Noguchi. Alberto Puig there, just saying to him, unfortunately, it's not quite there. You were so close. He did a very good job there, Noguchi, on that final lap. To be honest, when he watches this back, he'll be gutted because he'll realise that it was down to the mass drama at turn 15. That's the reason why the championship has gone this way. But to finish first you have to finish. Denitson Chu is champion. He comes into Parc Ferme. His father there just behind him. Chan On-Chu, the winner of the race. And there you go, champion 2017. The smallest rider, well, that's almost bigger than him. And he gets a lovely round of applause there from the fans here, of course, that are looking forward to Grand Prix action coming up a bit later on. Alberto Puig there congratulates him. Becomes the first rider from Turkey to win the Asia Talent Cup. That's 3 different nationalities now that have picked up this championship in the last 4 seasons, and that's exactly what Dorna really want with this feeder series. It's to try and bring along so many. And look at that, Aki Ayo, who spent some time giving a bits and bobs of advice to the On-Chu twins. And look, his first thing he does, goes up to his twin brother, who I'm sure is disappointed that it's not him taking glory, and he's done it. Shuhei Nakamoto there, former boss of HRC, congratulating him as well. Let's have a look at what happened in the final corner then. Denitson Chu went out wide, number 7, but look at what the drama that happened here. Anwar, he went down, and 2 or 3 of them went wide. Now that allowed Denitson Chu, who held a good line, to push through. There was a few elbows there from Koji Hirama as well. Look at that, look, number 8, trying desperately not to allow Denitson Chu through. But hey, it was done. 4th place, and the championship is his. It went all the way to the line. Fascinating stuff here in the Asia Talent Cup, and just like last year, it's done. Denitson Chu there with Noguchi, and I think this is the point where they're both trying to work out who was champion at that point between Noguchi and On-Chu, but I think that Noguchi had worked it out, and this is the point where he said, me first? Done. Great stuff. 14-year-old from Turkey, 4th in the Red Bull Rookie Championship this year, but Asia Talent Cup champion. A great moment for him and the family. We told you, didn't we, last year when we saw them, that they were quick. And here's a replay there of Yuki Kuni congratulating him as well. This is great to see. There's great camaraderie between all of these riders. Some of them, of course, work with each other in and race against each other in the Red Bull Rookie Championship as well. This is a day that Denitson Chu will not forget. Let's go and hear now then from On-Chu, and he is the champion.
Denny, you are the champion. You are the champion of Asia Talent Cup. How are you feeling? And do you know that you are the champion in the last?
Yeah, the race was very interesting because in the start of the race I was good, but I changed the settings from the suspension. I wanted to learn how I can go with these problems. After in the last lap, I cannot be in the podium, but I know I can be the champion. I fight for the end. In the last lap, this was very hard because I was very nervous also for the championship. Now I am the champion. I am very happy. After the race finish, I think I was second in the championship. I was very sad, but after I go to my box and they sent to me because they said you are the championship leader, winner, and I'm shocked. I'm very happy. The season was very good. Thank you for these 2 years, Asia Talent Cup and Dorna.
Thank you, Denise.
Well, he says all the right stuff, that's for sure, Denitson Chu, and he's got a very good grasp on the English language as well. And that is one thing that is worth pointing out here in terms of the Dorna feeder series on the road to MotoGP. It's not just the racing that they supply and the bikes that they supply and the tuition that they supply. They learn English, they learn different languages, they learn how to be good with the media, so that one day when they make their way into this MotoGP paddock full-time, they are ready to go. Chan On-Chu, the race winner. A brilliant weekend for Chan. He finishes third in the championship with that, but disappointment ultimately for him on previous rounds. Noguchi, a brilliant second place, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough. Cooney third, Denitson Chu fourth, which was enough to do the job. Hirama fifth, personal best for him, ahead of Yamanaka, Nakajima, Jerry Salim and Anwar. 10th place for Kaisonti, the Thai rider. Takuto Suzuki and Koki Suzuki were 11th and 12th. Kei Saito was 13th, ahead of Koko Tadachi, rider from Philippines. 15th for Indonesia's Lucky Hendriansyah, and Irfan Ardiansyah was 16th, ahead of Sayarul Saimi. Hazik Hamdan fell there in that race earlier on at turn number 14. In terms of the championship, well, as you probably already know, a point did it for Denitson Chu. Fourth across the line means he wins it by a solitary point. Noguchi was second. Chan On-Chu finishes third. He climbs 3 places with that race win. Yamanaka, Cooney and Anwar all lose out on that third place in the championship. Salim finishes this year in 7th, ahead of Genki Nakajima and Koji Hirama. 10th place goes to Hendriansyah. Kaisonti finishes the year up in 11th place overall. The Suzuki's switch places there, 12th and 13th, Takuto and Koki respectively. Irfan Firmansyah there in 14th, ahead of Kei Saito. No other movement in the championship table below. Upper place there for Koko Tadachi. A couple of those riders, of course, not taking part in the remaining rounds in the Asia Talent Cup. So we'll have the top 3 from the race and, of course, the new champion all on podium, I'm sure. There's a chat going on between 2 Japanese riders that you'll see more of in the future, that's for sure. Noguchi and Yuki Cooney. Yuki Cooney goes up first. Both of these guys young enough to contend in this again next year, and they may well find themselves in a Red Bull rookie selection process sometime soon as well. But Chan On-Chu is the race winner. Unstoppable here this weekend in Malaysia, and trophies here being presented by Dorna CEO Carmelo Espeleta as well. It is thanks to him and Dorna as a series that this is all happening, and they will have him to thank when they eventually make it into the Grand Prix field eventually. Second place there for Haruki Noguchi. He's got to feel gutted, hasn't he? He'll feel even worse when he sees the race back and what happened at turn 15. And a race win there for Chan On-Chu. You can see there on the leathers, road to Red Bull Rookies GP Cup. And that is where Denitz and Chan are already placed. And you'll have to keep an eye on the pair of them when they go into the Red Bull Rookies MotoGP Rookies Cup next year. Carmelo Ezpeleta joining the top three in the race, up on the podium for the final race of the season. Still plenty more action here to come at Sepang, of course. There's 3 Grand Prix races to come here, although those rain clouds are certainly going to cause a few issues. These guys don't care anymore. They can start celebrating. Chan On-Chu then finishes this 2017 campaign 3rd in the Red Bull Rookies and 3rd in the Asia Talent Cup. And now we await the champion, the tiny pint size there, Denitz On-Chu. Absolutely delighted he is. And quite right. Move on to the top step, Denitz. Nice to see there Cal Crutchlow going down to keep an eye on him as well, and Alberto Puig. Great moment for Denitz On-Chu then, winning the series by a single point. It's been a thrilling season in the FIM Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup, and it comes down to a dramatic conclusion as well. As you watch the highlights of this one, we have a new champion. It is Denitz On-Chu, the 14-year-old from Turkey. I hope that you've enjoyed the Asia Talent Cup in this 2017 season. The same again for 2018, and keep an eye out on the On-Chu twins as they try and make a name for themselves once more next year. And who knows, in 2019 you might just see them in the MotoGP paddock full time. I've been Steve Day. Thanks for joining us here at the Sepang International Circuit. We'll see you next season.